What's blue light and how does it affect our eyes? Blue light usually comes from the sun, but can also come from digital screens and LED lights. Researchers bend DNA strands with light, revealing a new way to study the genome. With the flick of a light, researchers have found a way to rearrange life's basic tapestry, bending DNA strands back on themselves to reveal the material nature of the genome. The key to this new method lies in the researcher's ability to generate tiny liquid-like droplets within a cell's nucleus. The droplets form like oil in water and grow larger when exposed to a specific wavelength of blue light. Because the droplets are initiated at a programmable protein, a modified version of the protein used in the gene editing tool known as CRISPR, it can also attach the droplet to DNA in precise locations targeting genes of interest. With their ability to control this process using light, the team found a way to grow two droplets stuck to different sequences, merge the two droplets together, and finally shrink the resulting droplet, pulling the genes together as the droplet recedes. The entire process takes about 10 minutes. Physically repositioning DNA in this way represents a completely new direction for engineering cells to improve health and could lead to new treatments. Established theory predicts this could lead to greater control over gene expression or gene regulation, life's most fundamental processes. They say this is like CRISPR, but different. Now that they can move the strands around in this controlled way, they can start to look at whether the genes in their new positions are expressed differently. This also says scientists can look at one gene to see whether it's turned on or off. They say this tool is not intended to actually edit the DNA. The more in-depth medical journal related to this calls this viscoelastic chromatin tethering and organization, or VECTOR. By directing blue light to a small region within the nucleus, we can readily nucleate condensates at tagged loci. As Interesting Engineering puts it in their article, the team figured out a way to bioengineer condensates that respond to laser light. This enables them to, quote, pull back the curtains, the strands of DNA. Now researchers can use these liquid-like forms of matter to manipulate the structure of the DNA to assess how that might change gene expression. Let's look again at how this article began. A Princeton research team has developed a groundbreaking tool to study chromosomes by physically moving DNA strands around. Having found and turned a key, they can access the deepest mechanisms of gene expression to find new solutions to diseases such as cancer. I had to pause for a moment when I read that they had found a key. The Source Medical Journal article from Cell says condensate interfacial forces reposition DNA loci and probe chromatin viscoelasticity. When you Google loci, it brings up the word locus, L-O-C-U-S. The plural form of that is loci. I'm certainly not saying that's the key to the bottomless pit, but I couldn't help but notice the researchers were given the key to the deepest gene expression. And what they're looking at are loci, the plural of locus. It would be nice if the researchers had defined what specifically they were referring to when it talks about a blue light.
And I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads.